Hello friends, welcome to Jesus Christ Garden channel. First time you seeing my channel means subscribe and click the bell icon. Then only you see the next video notification. Today we discuss about how to increase hibiscus flowers in your terrace garden. Hibiscus grows best with higher levels of nitrogen and potassium, which are represented by the first and third numbers in the fertilizer mix ratio. Miracle Grow or other fertilizer mix intended specifically for hibiscus are good options that will provide the nutritional support your plant needs to thrive. A simple way of looking at these numbers is that nitrogen helps encourage leaf growth, phosphorus encourages stem strength and bloom protection, and potassium promotes root development and health, which increases overall hardness. Which nutrient increases flowering? Phosphorus. For a growing plant, nitrogen is an essential building block. That's why growth nutrients have a higher percentage of nitrogen. Nutrients for blooming contain more phosphorus and potassium than nitrogen. Phosphorus plays a major role in the plant's breathing and is essential for flower formation. Fertilizers to induce flowering and increase the size of the flowers. You can add 1 tablespoon bone meal per container while mixing your pot mixer. Or if it's already potted, add this little deeper into the container after removing the topsoil once every 3 to 6 months. Use the correct fertilizer for more flowers. Avoid blooms boosters. Prune hibiscus in the early spring for more flowers. Constantly moist soil promotes more hibiscus blooms. Avoid nitrogen fertilizer to promote more flowers. Hibiscus flower required direct sunlight or minimum 5 hours sunlight. Use the correct fertilizer for more flowers. Avoid blooms boosters. Hibiscus are fairly unusual plants in that they are particularly sensitive to high levels of phosphorus in the soil, which can not only prevent the hibiscus from blooming but also adversely affect the overall health of the hibiscus. It is not common for garden soils to be naturally high in phosphorus to the point a hibiscus would be notably affected. However, high levels of phosphorus can occur because of the use of bloom booster fertilizers, which are ironically counterproductive in the case of flowering hibiscus, as the excess phosphorus makes it more difficult for the hibiscus to draw up other nutrients. Best fertilizer for hibiscus flowering: homemade fertilizers for hibiscus, vinegar, coffee grounds, banana peels, wood ash, black strap molasses. Natural fertilizers for hibiscus flowering: tea leaves. Liquid fertilizers for hibiscus: compost, manure for hibiscus flowering, cow manure, goat manure, worm castings. Organic fertilizers for hibiscus flowering: blood and bone meal. Commercial fertilizers for hibiscus flowering: NPK ratio. Hibiscus plants have beautiful flowers that are extremely popular in the tropics. If you keep your hibiscus plant healthy and consistently flowering, it is important to know how to properly fertilize this plant. These are the three main elements that a hibiscus plant graves, as they all offers positive nutrients which will benefit the plants. Let's check out of the best fertilizer for hibiscus. Nitrogen. Hibiscus suffers from too much or too little nitrogen. Plants not low levels lack sustainable nutritional support. At the highest level, nitrogen takers live at the expense of flowers. Too much nitrogen causes buds to fall and can burn roots and leaves. Hibiscus requires moderate nitrogen levels in propagation to the other two numbers. Phosphorus. Many bloom enhancing fertilizers have more phosphorus. This is not a good sign for hibiscus. Phosphorus does not move easily. It builds over time. Too much soil phosphorus blinds other essential nutrients that need to thrive. Nutrients cannot be absorbed even when they are present. Initiate of growing hibiscus flowers, high phosphorus step them, keep the middle number low on your hibiscus flowers. Potassium. Potassium is the most important nutrient for the blooms and overall health of hibiscus. It balances organs and supports all aspects of plant growth. Hibiscus flowers with their vibrant colors and sizes depend more potassium than other blooming plants. High potassium helps leaves and flowers stay hydrated, and the need for these magnificent flowers provides nutritional support. The last number on your fertilizer label should be the highest. Vinegar. Dilute a cup of vinegar in a gallon of water and pour all the solution into the roots of the plant. The solution which settles around the roots opens up important nutrients in the soil. Feeding hibiscus plants, be careful not to find a solution on leaves or flowers which will die. Coffee grounds. Coffee grounds provide a good supply of nutrients to your hibiscus. Banana peels. Bananas and their peels have high levels of potassium and moderate levels of nitrogen. These are micronutrients that are essential for the health of hibiscus. They can be added to compost bins or peels, and this material can be used as a mulch or soil supplement when fully composted. Alternatively, the whole or chopped banana peel can be used as the source of organic nutrients when directly patterned on the soil under a hibiscus sample dripping or mixed with it. The dripping is the soil level area below the outermost branches of the plant. Wood ash. Wood ash is also rich in potassium. It can be sprinkled into your compost. Black strap molasses, sugar beets are rich in nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, iron, and potassium. To use black strap molasses, mix the molasses in water, spray on the soil around the base of the hibiscus plant. Tea leaves. Used tea grounds and fresh tea leaves contain nutrients and tannic acids that create a more fertile environment for gardens. How can I encourage more hibiscus flowers in your terrace garden? Make sure they get lot of light. A plant would not flower without light. Water regularly, keep the soil lightly moist. Feed them monthly. Keep them warm. How to make bloom fertilizer? If you have a compost bin, you can create a nutrient rich tea by soaking compost in water. Fill a container with compost and cover it with water. Allow the mixture to steep for a few days. Stirring occasionally, then strain the liquid, dilute it with water, and use this dry flower fertilizer to water your flowers. Hibiscus grows best in slightly acidic soil that has a pH between 6.5 and 6.8. Period to planting. Determine your soil's pH by testing it if necessary. Hibiscus like to be fed small amounts often rather than large amount occasionally. So the very best way to feed them is to use a half dose of fertilizer every time with water. If you fertilize once a week, use the regular dose recommended on fertilizer label. Thank you for watching my video.